Hi, this is Jiayi the cat. I'm here having my first interview with TVX420 Anthony S. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
I have some questions to find out about you.
Well, I look forward to answering those questions. Bring them on.
Number one, what are your hobbies?
Well, I'm a YouTuber, and that's more of a hobby for me than a profession because I have another job. But I like to play video games. I like to read comics. I like going and playing pool. I like writing poetry, short stories, and several scripts. I like to be creative any way I can, you know? Just put my energy out there. Spreading the power of positivity any way I can.
Okay, that's cool. Question number two, are you single?
Yes, I am.
How long have you been single?
Oh, I've been single for quite a long time. I've come to that crossroad in my life where I feel that I kind of consider my old relationships, and I look at them and I realize now that I've grown up and matured and know what I want out of a relationship, I've realized old relationships weren't really relationships. They were just flings. So I guess you could say I was always single. I've never really had a real relationship. What I consider a relationship, I've never had one. Just what I used to settle for in the past, I don't consider that a relationship anymore.
Okay. Have you used any dating site or dating apps?
I'm a really shy guy, so the club and bar scene is fun, but it just depends how intoxicated I am, and I felt it was easier with dating sites and apps now to reach out to someone. It's harder to approach someone in person. I'm a really shy guy.
How did that go for you?
Wow. Well,
Was there any interesting stories?
there was quite a few. I have been catfished quite a few times. One time I was actually, I don't know if you would call it a date rape or me just doing something to avoid there being a scene so no one else found out about it, but very kind of traumatic.
Date rape.
They had catfished me, and when they got here, they were not what I was expecting at all. But I figured I would be nice. I'll let them come in. I'd smoke them a joint, give them a drink, and then say, okay, I gotta go to work tomorrow. But it was just quickly went to a situation of, oh, they didn't want to smoke weed. They don't smoke weed. They just did that to get close to me. And then they got really aggressive. Started making out with me, and it's the first time I ever did this in my life. They were like grabbing me and kissing me, and I like pushed her away, and I went back and was like, no, this is too fast. I literally said that. And she just grabbed me, and I thought, fuck, I'm screwed. Because if I don't go through with this, she might create a scene, and then everyone else is going to wake up and find out. So I went through something I did not enjoy. This is several years ago. Actually, for 3 days after, I was curled up in my bed in the fetal position.
Really?
It was a long weekend. And I didn't even have one beer. Not one beer on a long weekend.
I feel bad for you.
Thank you. It was not...
Did I scar you for life?
For a while. For a very long time. I actually was celibate for 1.5 years after that, which ended up causing issues in my following relationship.
I'm sorry you won't through that.
Oh, went through. You're sorry, I went through that. Oh well.
Have you used any dating apps since then?
I had stayed away from them for years. Actually, I really did stay away from them for years after that. I recently kind of dabbled in it. Yeah, but never really went hard into it again after that.
Do you like clubs?
I used to love them when I was younger.
Mm.
The thing that holds me back from going to clubs is all the years I went to clubs, I've never actually danced with a girl in a club. And I do not want to go back to a club until I'm in an established relationship. I know I can have fun, but I'd rather go there with someone that I'm with. I'm not really the best hunter in the world. Let's just say that.
Is it because you don't want to?
I do want to, but I want to go to a club with my girlfriend. Not someone who I'm getting to know or someone that could be a potential relationship. Because I feel when you're in a club scenario, unless you have an established relationship and it's just a girl you're getting to know or you're trying to spend more time together to establish something, it lets the sharks come in and sweep in. And I'm kind of like aggressive and predatory. So once I see something coming in, it might make me react the wrong way if I deal with that. So I'd rather go in a scenario and have it visible and obvious to everyone that she's with me. Everyone stay away from her.
When was the last time that you went to a club? A few years ago?
Actually, the last time I went was after hours. I don't think you know when, because it was with you.
It was with me and your other friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I took you to that place, right?
Yeah. It was a really cool after hours, but it's not open anymore now, is it?
Yeah, there was a shooting.
Yeah.
I was actually there that day.
I remember.
Actually, it's not really that good to talk about, so.
So we'll end that topic right there.
No, that's okay. I was there on the Saturday, but then there was a shooting and everyone started running down the stairs, and everyone was panicking and ran down the stairs, and then me and my other friend, the guy that lived close to you, was there,
Yeah.
and then he was just saying, it's okay, just stay here, you don't have to run down the stairs, you might get stepped on or whatever, so just stay here, nothing's going to happen. And I was like, what if that guy happened to be like crazy and he starts shooting everyone? And he says, I don't really think that's going to happen, so we just stood there, and I wasn't even looking and to see who that was, and I was just standing there, and then like hugging him, and I was just looking like at the wall, hope that nobody's going to start shooting me.
Wow. And as he told me, there was a girl who I had a crush on that worked at the bar. She got shot that night, right?
Yeah. You had a crush on her?
Yeah.
She looks good, but I didn't think that you had a crush on her.
I thought I told you that.
I thought you were just joking.
Wow, I'm just joking.
Do you think she looked better or I look better?
That's kind of a dumb question. You obviously do.
So why is it that you have a crush on her, not on me?
I had a crush on you when I met you. And your friend zoned me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Can you dance?
Depends how sober I am. I have some rhythm. I don't think I need to drink to dance, but I feel I have rhythm.
Do you put out on the first date?
Quite a question. Quite a question. If the circumstances are right. If the circumstances are right. Like, honestly, if it's a scenario where a girl just swept me off my feet and took me out and showed me a great time. You kind of actually have to at the end of that. But in general, if it's usually if the circumstances are right.
Such as?
You just had an immediate connection. It's just you and that person had an energy together.
What kind of energy, for example?
It's a combination of energies. It'd be like, attraction, the emotional connection. You have that cerebral connection because you just get each other. You're on the same vibe. You have that sexual attraction, obviously. And just you have that whole, I don't know the best word to describe it, but just like overwhelming yes.
Like you have the same interests and also find her to be sexually attractive?
Yeah, that comes into play. That does come into play. This is
the same vibe, meaning that you like the same things.
Yeah, you have the same energy. You have the same view on life. Like, say, someone is just like just want to chill. It's like you meet someone else, you just always want to chill. Say someone who's always hype, always wants to go out. You meet someone else who's like that. You meet someone who just wants to watch movies. Yeah, it's just you connect on that level.
Same type of people.
Yeah. Same but different. Because you get bored if it's too similar, right?
Really?
It does happen.
So you want someone who's opposite?
Not opposite, just different enough that keeps things interesting for both of us.
Different enough, like how different?
One thing I've been a fan of is like cultural differences. Like I've had a lot of good experiences in dating girls from different cultures, from a culinary point where I get to try their cooking and the food from their culture, and they open me up to a lot of other things, and that's been quite enjoyable. But I guess just any girl who cooks in general, that's always good.
Okay. Do you like aggressive women?
To be perfectly honest, that's a really good. I'm glad you asked that question. I'm a really shy guy, so for me personally, it's actually better when the girl is more aggressive and she's more willing to approach me. Because sometimes I'll be looking at her and she'll probably catch me glancing. If you catch me glancing all the time, that means approach me, make a move. Because I'm usually too shy. And when I'm actually not too shy, that's when I'm too drunk. So it's better you do the move first.
Are you a introvert or extrovert?
Honestly, I am an introvert by nature, but I do have the capabilities I do have extrovert tendencies. I can be very sociable, but I am very comfortable alone in my own space and being by myself and going off of my own energy. I don't need anyone else. I feel everything I need in this universe is within me, and I can just enjoy my own energy in life. But I can be an extrovert and feed off of other people's energies and go out and enjoy. So I am an introvert, but I have extrovert tendencies.
What kind of women are you into?
I'm into women that are into me. Honestly, I've spent an entire lifetime chasing women, putting a lot of effort into pursuing women. I honestly feel the thing that attracts me most to a woman is one who puts effort and who tries and who's consistently trying, who has consistency and effort. That's what attracts me to a woman. Because in the past, it was always me.
Such as a person from before? Was she like that?
No, I was like that. I want someone to be the way I was for other people. I essentially want to
Have you ever met anyone like that?
I have been in the situation, recently met someone with tendencies like that.
And do you like that?
I really enjoy it, honestly. I really do. Sometimes I feel that I don't have enough time, but I really do enjoy it. And it makes me feel, instead in the past, it feels like I'm not good enough and I'm always trying to be good enough. It makes me feel like I'm happy. I have someone who appreciates me. It's a level of appreciation I never used to feel. Maybe it's because I'm in a much better physical conditioning. I have a path in life, and I'm in a much better place than I was before. Why I actually get that now, but that's what I want. I literally want what I am in a relationship, and then it's both ways. Because when someone shows me that, I'm gonna show it to them even more after I get it. It's just I've put in so much work, I can't put in any more work. I'm burnt out. But if someone puts in work, that's going to give me a reason to put more work. But I can't just put in work.
What about before? You said that you always one that was trying and...
That's when I was younger, and the thing is, it's my nature, but I'm just burnt out from it because it was taken advantage so much. It was never
you seem to like it a lot.
Well, it's just who I am. That's not that I like it, that's who I am. I'd appreciate someone. But back then, I was appreciating people for no reason. I shouldn't have been shown that appreciation. And because of some people taking advantage of that appreciation from me when I was younger, now I'm at a point where I need someone to show me appreciation before I can actually truly show them appreciation. Because I could try, but it'll never be real unless they show me their appreciation first, because of how much that was damaged from my past. And it's sad, and I really hate that I'm like this, but this is who I am.
That makes sense. The right thing to do, but not sure it always works like that.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't, because sometimes there's people you want something with, but they're not willing to put that in, and
they might not be really worth it, but you just like them.
That's happened in a lot of cases too. But it's just, you just gotta stay positive and go forward. Don't let anything hold you back, whether it be a fail or downfall or something doesn't work out. You don't let it hold you back. You just keep going forward and keep staying positive.
So what's your ambition in life?
Currently, I've identified a market that is not utilized at all, and I want to cater to it, and at the same time do something that I've always wanted to do since I was younger. I don't want to go into a lot of details, but I have a dream and I have an ambition, and it is one of my biggest focuses right now.
How are you working towards that goal?
Now, to be perfectly honest, I realize there's certain things that you need. You need tools. You can't just do things without the tools. You need to have the tools to do things. So I went back to college, and I upgraded my skills. And another thing, you need to get things done when you want to. I want to go from being a worker to being an owner. So what I need is money. So I'm working, and I'm in college. Well, I'm going to be back in college. I was in college, but I'm working right now.
What kind of business do you want to do?
I want to work in the hospitality industry. To be more specific, it's a bar I want to own. It originates from when I was younger. I always wanted to be, it's a thing from the past. Maybe in some movies, you know how there is always that like wise, somber bartender who everyone goes to for advice? I always wanted to be that guy. Everyone comes to my bar, and everyone loves my bar, and they come to me for advice, and I'm just like helping people every day. I always admired Superman. He was my hero. He saves and he helps everybody. And then I realized I don't have superpowers. How could I help people? Well, I could be really smart and really knowledgeable in life and own a bar, and everyone who needs help, who needs advice, who's going through hard times, they come to my bar and they can come to me. And no matter how bad things are, I can give them advice, I can listen to what they're going through, let them vent or whatever, and they leave my bar happy. So they're not just happy because they're drunk, they're happy because I helped them with their life.
Would you date me?
I would. Would. I didn't know you were single. Do an outro.
Huh?
Do an outro.
What's that?
Well, that is the end of this interview, peeps.
Okay,
I'm gonna.
I should say that, right?
Yeah.
What did I say? Exactly.
She's gonna repeat what I say. This is her first
Don't worry,
episode.
you can cut that part. So what do I say?
This is the end of the episode, peeps.
I say peeps.
Oh, what do you want to call them?
What can I call them?
Oh, you're a cat. This is the end of the episode, my kittens.
So I'm like a mom?
Okay, my cats. My
Cats. Fellow cats?
my felines.
Really? Including guys?
We could stop it and reconnect these videos.
Well, that's the end of this show, my loyal admirers. And we'll see you next time. Here's like